Hello, it's us, your friends. That's right, we're your friends. The judge said so, so you have to accept it.
Court-ordered.
Court-ordered friends. We're here to bring you all the hugs and kisses that you require.
No, that's the other court order.
Oh, no, we're not supposed to do that.
Correct.
Right.
Well, specifically me.
This is You Don't Know Video Games, and we are Hack the Dino. We're here to bring you the past, present, and future of all video games, news, previews, and discussions. And I am joined here, when I say I am Ben Rosenthal. Hello, welcome. I am joined here by Floppy Sarek.
Hello, ladies and germs and everyone in between.
And Brayden Dixon.
Howdy, hey.
And someone who we haven't seen in a while, Zach Sabbath.
Hey, guys.
Joining us again. Zach, what have you been up to?
I had my nails done.
Good.
Sick. Oh, that black gothy thing for your Dark Prince stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I had dinner, and it was very nice.
What'd you have for dinner? What do you like for dinner?
I had nasi goreng.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for butchering the name.
How's your beautiful wife going?
She's good.
She's good?
Yeah.
She's lovely.
What else is what's the old fam been up to?
She has a child.
Yeah,
Well,
what's your child's name
I think
again?
it's also yours.
Yeah, what's your child's name again, Zach? What are you laughing for, Zach? This is something a parent should know, Zach.
Yeah, really. I mean, come on.
Come on, Zach.
I have amnesia. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, all right. Well,
It's all those wrestling knocks.
we can jump into your
I hit
deep
my
dive
head too
on.
hard.
Yep.
We can jump into your deep dive on World of Warcraft right now.
Yeah, so you mentioned World of Warcraft last show. What's the part about Warcraft and the world it inhabits that you enjoy so much?
Oh, all of it.
All of it?
Oh, good answer.
All the war and the crafting.
Right.
That's a very
We love
Trumpian
craft.
answer.
Craft is great.
Are you for the Horde or the Alliance?
I mean, it's a classic, Zach.
Fucking
I
Zach
would
gets me every
say
time.
The Horde.
The Horde?
For the Horde.
That correct?
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
We
You
also
are-
hoard crafts.
So, Zach, something I've always wondered, why don't you ever grow your moustache?
Well, I actually can't grow my moustache.
Oh.
I can't.
I
Is
feel
it
bad
medical
now.
issue?
Facial
or-
hair stopped growing a long time ago.
But the rest of it does it, right?
Yeah.
It might come back later, though, but we'll see.
Do you know who else has a mad, filthy goatee? Michael Towns.
Does he?
Sometimes.
Yeah, who knows with that
Sometimes.
guy? Sometimes it's a mohawk. Sometimes
We love
it's
Townsy.
sideburns. Tell us about Townsy.
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 Townsy is a fellow.
I don't have. It's just passed on to everybody.
Townsy is a fellow who is the single owner operator of Game Boy Games. Game Boy Games, what do they do, you ask? I'll answer for you. They make Game Boy games. It's kind of in the title. You're an idiot if you can't figure that out. Flashes them down onto OG cards or can be played via a link in a browser.
Like Zelda?
Yes, just like Zelda.
Cool.
You know, the guy in the green.
Wait, what? Guy?
Yeah. Such games as Farewell, such games as Scary Maze games, such games as Floppy Game and Floppy Game 2, Floppocalypse. There is AvCon 2019. There is AvCon 2025. It was
Floppy.
2025.
No, not Floppy. Townsy, fix your website.
Fix your website, Townsy. Yeah, look them up. Instagram, Etsy, that's what it was. Look them up on Etsy, browse their wares, and support local game developer and artist.
Or you can go to hackthedino.com and follow the links there.
You can.
And while you're there at hackthedino.com, you should also like, share, subscribe, and join us on Ye Old Merry YouTube so we can feel better about ourselves. And thank you to those of you who have recently joined us on this journey of finding out video games and what they all mean.
I was going to say smash the like button like a single mum, but I won't say
Yeah,
that.
it's not like you at all. Why would
Yeah,
you say
I won't
that?
say
share us
that.
with your nan. Nans love floppy.
They do.
Well, they're used to it.
They like it hard too.
Floppy, what are we talking about now?
We're not putting chips in our mouth. That's what we're doing.
Correct.
Thanks, mate.
You're welcome.
We've done a little thing recently where we've talked and we've ranked console generations. We did that. Was it last show before?
Yeah, something like
Was
that.
that? Oh! I've got an addition to one of your stories.
Oh?
So on our console ranking show, Ben shared a story from the launch day of his Wii, of the Wii.
That's right. Yes. Shall I paraphrase it?
Go real quick.
Midnight lineup. There was 2 lines for 2 separate stores in the middle of Rundle Mall. It was, towards midnight when we're all getting our stuff. Guy's walking down, talking on his phone, yelling at it, and he pulls the phone away from him and says, I want you to get out of my life, like yells it, and then throws the phone down Rundle Mall and walks off in the opposite direction.
Now, we live in Adelaide. Mm-hmm. Adelaide means everyone knows everyone.
Teeny tiny town.
I know someone who was with that guy.
Oh, no.
No way.
Were they on the other end?
Nope.
Oh.
They were watching from the Toys R Us second floor.
Oh my god.
You know the person who knows this guy.
Really?
Yes. So I was having a chat
Adelaide
with
so
friend of the show, V to the
Oh,
Z.
Oh my god.
Because V, halfway through you telling that story on that show, had sent me a message going, I think I know who that was.
Wow.
That's
So
amazing.
on the Wii launch night, V was hanging out with some friends.
Oh my god.
One friend, we'll call them Tim. And one of these people had a Wii pre-ordered at Toys R Us. All of them went because it was an outing.
Yeah.
In fact, one of them stood in line the whole time to purchase a plastic chainsaw just because they thought it was funny. Got to the front of the line and went, I'll have this plastic chainsaw. I've been waiting all night for this. This is great. But person in question, we'll call them Tim, something to do with their work at the time, had demo phones and had come into had gathered a bunch of these demo phones.
This is
'cause
going to ruin the headcanon I've had for 30 years.
or it's going to expand it. And wanted to do something with his phone. Like, how can I make a scene? What can I do
Stop it.
to make this awesome?
It's a lie!
And
It's
so-
a lie!
So V and friends were in line in Toys R Us on the second story, watching him go, I'm going to go down there and do something. And he went down there, he's yelling on his phone back and forth, and then pegged it, and it was a demo phone.
No way.
No! Well done, sir. For 30 years, you've had me believe that you were some cool dude, but now I've been corrected.
You know what's the biggest story? You need to keep telling that story, because the bigger part of this story is that somehow, 30 years later, you know a person that was part of the other side of that story.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
No, that's
But like,
Adelaide.
but like, kayfabe has just been, it's gone.
Kayfabe died out long ago, brother.
But how fucking cool is that?
That's insane.
And if, you know
I'm
what?
actually really disappointed.
But you know what? You know what? And I was kind of thinking you might be. But you know, the things that had to fall in place for you to find that out is you and I had to meet. I had to come on the show. I had to have met V.
Yep.
Then V has to have met you. V had to have been watching the show and then remember that. And she said she had not thought of that incident until you recited that on the thing. I went, oh my God, you had just plucked out a memory.
That is so
How
good.
fucking cool is that?
Oh, wow.
If
Incredible.
I spoke to any of the people who were with me on that night, like if I was still
Yeah.
in contact with them, they would be so upset. Because that lived in our mythology in our little group for so long.
So how good
It
a job
must
did
feel,
he do?
It must feel really good that, like, when you get up to the gates of heaven and they go, but they give you one answer to one question.
Brayden.
And you ask about that.
Brayden.
They
to
won't
heaven.
say
Brayden.
anything.
Not
Right.
heaven.
Yeah, no.
Come on.
Well, that's why they said that, but they'll answer one question for you.
Remember that joke that Ben didn't say online but then told us later?
Oh, yeah.
That's why he's not getting to heaven.
Fair.
He's wrong about the kids.
Oh, yeah.
It went a little something like this. No.
Anyway.
So after that, sorry, we've ranked console generations. We're going to rank handheld consoles. Now, I'm not quite sure how you've grouped these because I had a little look and it's kind of hard because there's not really generations for handheld
It
consoles.
is, unless you check the wonderful website of Wikipedia.
Why is it haunted?
I've
It's
sent-
Wikipedia. It's always been haunted.
I've added a link to the Wikipedia page in the run sheet so that you guys can have a look.
Oh,
But
right.
basically, how Wikipedia breaks down the generations is a little something like this.
Why can't I open the link?
What?
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
if
It
you,
starts at fourth?
I have, well, yes, that's how they've broken it down at least. There was something way earlier, some piece of shit. I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
I know
then,
that.
then you're getting into
Then you
Game
listen.
& Watches and
Yeah, there's
all that sort of
heaps
Which
stuff.
aren't really consoles because they're one singular game
Yeah.
per thing.
So,
All right.
So thanks to the kind folks at Wikipedia,
Mm-hmm.
They'll ask you for your donations. It's worth it because they will do generation lists for handheld gaming consoles.
All right, so we're actually going to start at Gen 4. Oh, dude. No, what? Okay, we'll get to that. So we're going to start at Gen 4. Gen 4, which includes the Atari Lynx, or as we like to call it, the killer of batteries. Which I think it ran on like 6 AA batteries. 8 AA batteries. And you would
God.
get maybe 3 or 4 hours.
If you're lucky.
If you were lucky, yes. The Turbo Express.
That thing is so rare. Man. So
Do you know why it's so rare? It sold 1.5 million and that's it.
Yep. So it was basically a handheld version. So you know the TurboGrafx FX.
Yeah, so it ran on like a little card, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
those cards that you've seen.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
It's one of my favorite consoles of all
Did
time.
the same card worked on this?
Correct. You literally
see,
The
that's-
same card?
Same card. Same
That's
game.
cool. That's very cool. I like
really
that.
great.
I
really
really
good.
like that. Battery Muncher? Probably not.
No, it was pretty decent.
Okay. You had the Game Gear, which sold a healthy 10 million. Sorry, the Lynx for I would say it was 3 million. But of course, in 4th generation, you kind of carried by
OG Game Boy.
the fucking Game Boy, 64 million sold.
Jesus.
Some would say started the handheld generation.
Yep.
I mean, it was there with the Atari Lynx and the Game Gear, which were more. They really did that Sega thing.
Game Boy came first.
It did, but
And then these other companies tried to beat it by having coloured screens, and that was
Yeah.
their big pitch.
and
But the screens
it
were like
killed
this
'em.
big.
But it also
Yeah.
killed them. Like the power consumption
Because
on those things was huge.
Back then, Nintendo realized that you don't have to be the most special or specky. You just have to have good gameplay.
Yep, you just have to be
that's
able to- yeah.
long-lasting.
But yeah, the Lynx and the Game Gear really did that thing that the Mega Drive was trying to do to Nintendo consoles, where it was like aiming at like edgy teens. And edgy teens weren't playing it. Like it was the Game Boy that was in everyone's pocket. Doesn't matter how fucking old you were. It was businessmen. It was kids. It was parents. Like it was everyone. Yeah.
Man, I can't wait. I'm going to do a master cut of all the old Nintendo commercials.
And wasn't there something like a few thousand games that were released for the Game Boy, or like if you include everything in every region?
Yeah.
Like there was only like 160 whatever it was
166.
here, but there was like over 1,000.
No, we had more than 166. Because after a certain point, they decided it's pointless doing AUS
Oz code. Okay.
code, so we just got the UK ones. So if you look at Mortal Kombat 2
Yeah.
on the Game Boy, it only has UK PAL.
Okay.
Whereas Mortal Kombat 1 has
Oz.
AUS.
All right. So if we're looking at this now, we're looking at Atari Lynx Game Gear. Looked really cool. Shit battery. Game Boy, great battery power. Tons of games, like super well marketed. Could only see it in the light. No backlit screens, of course, back in these days. Where do we?
That's
where
why
do we?
you had the Game Boy Light.
Where do we set them?
Honestly, I'd say 3.
I'm surprised, but I agree because I was going to say the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Zach?
What are we talking about? Sorry, the original Game Boy? Or?
Yep. No,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we're talking about this generation.
That
So this
grouping
line.
Oh, the
of
Game
consoles.
Boy fucking trumps them all, obviously.
You think you say number one?
No. As in it trumps the rest of these.
No.
So that's a group. So
Oh,
we're
okay.
ranking that group.
Where
that
are
group
we?
generation
Where are we putting Generation 4 that had all those 4 consoles?
compared to the others?
I'm voting for the third.
Oh,
I think it was
in
the
that
third best generation.
And I agree. I'm going third as well.
I'm honestly for me it's probably around 4 or 5.
Yep.
Okay, Brayden, you want to break the?
I would sit at about a 4 as well.
I'm happy with 4.
4? We'll go 4.
Yep.
These are subject to being moved as well. later.
Yeah. For me it's 4. I already know what my number 1 is. This
Same.
is just for me personally.
Yep.
And I already know it's my
Me
number
too,
2
I
as
think.
well.
I
Yep.
think I do. I think we're probably going to have very similar.
Well,
Or
it
we're
depends
not.
because some of us skew towards more retro than modern.
That's true.
So it all depends. Okay. So 5th gen. What's 5th gen there, Floppy?
5th gen, we have the Wonder Swan.
Underrated console.
Underrated, but also undersold.
Correct.
You have the Nomad. I'm not familiar with the Nomad.
That's the Sega Nomad.
I don't know. Which one was that one?
So is it? I've never heard of this either, and I'm a Sega kid. So what? There's a Sega.
got
That
a-
says Sega games on it.
Is that
Yeah.
a D-pad? So what did it play on? Like what? What?
You could play Mega Drive games on it. Or Master
Oh,
System
that was
games on
that
it.
one where you
Yeah.
could put the Mega Drive cartridges in.
As in the actual whole cartridge.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
They
I'll
are
find a video. I'll find a
super
video.
expensive now.
Yeah, I bet. That sounds, dude. If I had that as a kid, I could never leave.
Again, battery guzzles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, the idea was you could leave.
Yeah, it is portable.
for about
Unless
45
you-
minutes.
Or you could, or you could use it with the AC adapter, which meant it's no longer a portable console. I think it was that one that you could use with the AC adapter.
Yeah.
We had the Neo Geo Pocket. Neo Geo being sort of, you would know Neo Geo, Zach, from like arcade cabinets and stuff. That's where they sort of kicked off.
See, I've never heard of that one either. The Neo Geo Pocket.
That is the PC Engine. So the game card one again.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
But of course, Game Boy Color.
Now, this was the first handheld console I ever got. It was the Pikachu Pokemon Color.
The yellow
with
one?
Pokemon Yellow.
Oh, I hope you still got them.
No, fuck no, I don't. But my mum's bird ate the buttons off my after starting
That
select
is a
button.
story you don't expect to hear.
Yeah.
My mum's bird ate the
It was
buttons.
a galah. His name was Dopey because he was a dopey bastard. His two favorite things, he had three things he loved doing. Hanging from the top of his cage, swirling like a ceiling fan until he got dizzy and fell off. 2, chewing the buttons off shit. And 3, chasing people around trying to eat their toes.
I like
It
how
was
you
a-
said there are 2 things and then gave 3 different.
Yeah, because I forgot the chasing around, trying to eat people's toes. Literally chase you around the house. Little fucking bastard of a thing.
How many times did you kick him?
Oh, you'd never get me. I'm too clever.
Yeah, look at that. Sega
That's
cartridge.
incredible.
Yeah.
That screen is so small.
Yeah.
Pricey boy.
But you do have the Game Boy Color, so all of the coolness of the Game Boy. Now, the Game Boy Color had a backlit screen, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. So you
No,
could,
No, it didn't.
No,
I
no.
still had
Still
you-
advanced.
Not
Trying to
advanced.
play that at night, relying on fucking Stovey pole lights was terrible.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god, that's actually amazing though. The frame rate's like 4 frames a second, but that's full color Sega right there.
It's like one of those flip books. Boop, 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 boop.
But that's fucking incredible technology for back then, right?
Yeah,
Early
100%.
That's wow.
Wait, there's this setting as well.
Oh, the AV adapter.
This AV out.
Really? And wait, so it would literally double as a Sega console?
Having said that, you would have already had a Sega console because you had the cartridge.
Well, maybe you couldn't
Wow.
afford the console.
Maybe.
That's this was the Switch before the Switch was the Switch. That's fucking incredible.
Yes,
I love that we've just blown your mind with
not
this.
wrong. This is the original Switch.
Yeah, Nintendo just ate up Sega's lunch.
They just
Sega's
took
problem was they-
25 years to get there.
Have you heard of the Vita? Like, this isn't new.
Like, Sega was ahead of their
And you could
time,
use
man.
You could use a Sega Genesis controller with them.
Yeah, it basically took place of the console.
Did not know
You're
that.
basically just at that point. You're just holding the console. on
Yeah.
the screen.
That is actually.
Look at all those batteries.
But the fact that it was actually double as a console, that's actually incredible.
That's wild.
Okay, we'll take into consideration, as cool as it is, no one else really bought them.
No.
But you do have Game Boy Color in there. Where do you guys put this generation? Game Boy Color. Game Boy Color bringing color to handheld
Honestly,
games
5
after
or
the
6.
For me, I'm going to. Again, childhood, I'm going to go 3 for me, but I'd be happy with 5.
I was going to go 3 because of the Game Boy Color in there.
Yeah, but the Game Boy Color, while it was big, there were bigger advances to come.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'll
Yeah,
go
okay.
5. I'm happy with 5.
I would knock number 4. No, number 4.
Oh.
Yeah, go number 5. Go number 5.
Brayden, what do you think?
I'm agreeing with Ben on this one. I think the movement of Game Boy to Game Boy Color, like the Game Boy is doing all the heavy lifting in that.
Yep.
I think this one falls under Gen 4.
Yep, agreed.
Okay,
So number 5.
done.
Alrighty.
Right, 6th generation.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Wonder Swan Color. The
No
one
idea.
you've all been waiting for.
Wonder Swan Color was excellent.
I
The
have
Neo
no idea
Geo
what this is.
Pocket Color. I'm
Oh,
seeing a
hell
theme
yeah.
here. We've just given color to these fucking things.
Yeah, a generation
Um,
after Nintendo.
Do we not remember this thing that had like full color graphics, the Sega one that had full color graphics in their screen?
the Game Gear.
Yeah,
The N-Gage, which was the fucking phone.
the phone game. This is crazy.
No, the crazy part was you had to take the battery out the fucking phone to change the game cartridge. It was a stupid piece of shit.
And it was a taco. You had to talk on it.
It looked like a taco.
Like, imagine half a taco. You had to talk on the phone like this.
Yeah.
I remember
Like
kids
this.
having this in school.
Wait. You had to hold it that way?
Sideways.
Yeah, sideways.
Stop it.
Just
Yeah.
blown Brayden's mind.
The
That's
screen was facing up.
Okay, now I have to search this.
Look
Look
up
up.
a-
had one, and I remember laughing in his
No.
face.
Look up a photo of
Yeah,
someone using an Engage as a phone.
Stop.
There were
it.
kids with, there were rich kids in school that had this thing.
Yep. Yep, I remember paying out a friend about it because he was playing it on a phone, not a console. What a loser.
So there was that, and there was the Game Boy
The
Advance.
greatest console of all time.
This is
Back,
one.
so backlit, so you could play it at night in the car.
Or the SPs.
No, that's horrendous. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wow.
There you go. Yeah, so Game Boy Advance. We're including all the Game Boy Advance games, correct? So the original Advance, the SP, the SP Lite.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
I got an SP down there.
Yep. I'm going to go out
Number
and
one.
say number one.
Number one. Game Boy
I
Advance generation.
definitely don't want this as number one.
Well, you're wrong.
Look at that Engage.
I mean, you're talking. You're also going to put number one as
The Wonder Swan color was groundbreaking in Japan.
yeah, but you've got a generation.
And the Neo Geo Pocket.
You've
Which
got
didn't
a
sell, but it's still an amazing console.
yeah, but you've got a generation that's been carried by one console.
I'm pretty sure that's all of them.
That is all of them, 100%.
No. After this, it is a pretty even spread across.
Oh,
the different
yeah, I mean,
consideration.
the PS Portable. PSP,
I'm going-
DS.
Number 3.
3?
No.
No. For me, Game Boy Advance has to be at least number 2.
No,
at
I would
least.
say one unequivocally. Unequivocally.
I will go 3 if you say 1, and we can meet in the middle and go 2.
Brayden, what do you think?
I'm looking at what else I want to do here. For the moment, I would put this at 2.
You're going to have nice arguments ahead of you.
I'm thinking something might kick it, but we'll see.
No, I maintain one, but I voted.
Well, this is we can always discuss and move things.
It's table moves, right?
No, it doesn't.
Please don't knock over my shit.
Well, I guess someone's going to have to negotiate.
I say I vote for 3. You vote for 1. Zach.
For me, it was 1, yeah.
2.
Oh, so we got 2 1s. So
But I'm happy
Shut
to.
the fuck up, Zach.
I am happy to settle on 2, as the middle ground.
Why? What do you think's going to go number 1? They're going to put their PlayStation bullshit number 1.
I mean, the PS Portal was fucking incredible as well, but so was the DS.
You may be surprised as to why I vote what I vote for number 1.
I'm just going to put Switch there.
I mean, there's also there's a lot of cool shit happening. Don't get me wrong, things have
The
evolved. and
games,
things are
the
better
game con,
now.
the game king, fucking that thing that I sold Downsy.
You know what?
Number 2.
Put it number
Then.
2.
Yeah.
I've made a decision. I looked past my nostalgia and the fact that it's the greatest console with the greatest game library of all time. And am willing, if this one that I think should be number 1 is in there.
Can I say what I'm going to say for the next one
Mm.
just beforehand, and then give my reasons as to why?
Mm.
Okay, the 7th generation, we have 2 consoles.
Only
We have
2.
we have the DS, which revolutionary clamshell
Light.
Clam.
has DS Lite, has DSi, has XL versions and standard versions.
3DS.
No,
it's
that's
generation
another
after.
generation. You have the ability to play Game Boy Advance games
On some of them.
on DS and DS Lites.
True.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. Then you have the PlayStation Portable, the
Fucking
PSP, which brought
sick.
console games from the PlayStation that you have not seen before on handheld over to handhelds. On a little UMD, you could also watch movies.
There is only 2 of them. Oh, so you make an intriguing argument.
The PlayStation Portable. I guess I'll stop saying Portal. Portable, the PSP. Plus, you had the PSP Go, which is a fully digital console for the first time.
And on those, you had the PS1 classics.
Yes. And
Yeah.
it had the cool little function where you flip it open like a Matrix phone.
Yeah.
You do present a compelling argument, sir.
The amount of DS gold that there is. Think of all the shit that came out in DS. Across the DS, DS Lite, Chrono Trigger came out on the DS. The amount of Pokemon games that came out on DS. I think this is number 1. I think The fact that you've got the DS with the ability to play Game Boy Advance games and all the DS stuff that came out, the different variations of DS, plus the PlayStation Portable that brought PlayStation 1 and 2 style gaming
To the
to the handheld. Plus
And
movies.
Most importantly, with the PSP, they gave solo games to Daxter and Clank.
Secret Agent.
Yeah.
I forgot you can play the Game Boy Advance library on.
Yes, you did. And I knew that halfway through your argument for the last one, and I really wanted to fucking bust it out.
Ooh. All right, I agree.
Yeah, you can 100%.
No.
That is number one. That is when
I think for me, it's the fact that there's only 2 handhelds in that
Yep.
generation, and they are both absolute bangers.
Can I say that this is also when I think handheld gaming
Pete.
not so peaked, hit mainstream.
Well, this is just before mobiles.
Yeah.
Just before mobile phones come out, and now we lost all those players because you look at the sales, apart from the Switch,
Yeah.
they all go down from here because
Now,
people play on their mobiles
The
now.
DS one does include DS, DS Lite,
Yeah,
DS,
which is what Nintendo
I.
does. Yeah.
But that's part of it. Like,
But that is the
I feel
different
like
variations.
everyone, like I was a kid in this generation,
Yeah.
and like everyone I knew had some form of DS.
Yeah.
Like a few of us had PSPs.
When did
Like-
Street Pass start?
Crazy.
with the DS.
That's cool. Interactivity with other players.
Hold on, you bring
wireless
Street
interactivity.
Pass. That was so good. Oh man.
I turned on my 2DS XL to play Chrono Trigger, and I had Street Passes that I hadn't looked at.
Oh, awesome.
And I went through, and I'm like, oh, that's that person.
That's good.
Yeah,
yeah,
number
I
one.
think this is number one.
Yep,
Yeah,
agreed.
I'd agree on that for sure.
All right, what's in number 8?
Number 8.
This is where it gets tricky.
It is get tricky.
I think we should cancel the 9th generation.
I don't think we should cancel it. I think we
They're
should.
hybrid consoles.
Yes.
So by that argument, do you kind of just want to do? Oh wait, no. Grab all 3. What are you doing?
No,
Just do that.
ROG and the Steam Deck as well.
I didn't bother with the ROG.
But they're handhelds. They're hybrid consoles.
The Steam Deck represents.
So is the Neo Geo Pocket if you connect it to the TV.
Yeah,
So
but
is
wasn't its
the-
primary function.
So's the PS Vita if you have the PS TV.
And so is the PSP if you have the
But all
AV cables.
require, more expensive add-ons.
Yeah.
Yes, you need the dock for the other ones, but
Yeah.
it's a lot easier to get. Like, I don't think that they should really be counted as
How many people do you know that use a Switch pretty much purely handheld?
Not me.
Do you say not many?
Majority of people I know use it on their TV.
Oh, see, the majority of people I know use it as a handheld console. I use it majority on the TV.
Yeah, see, I'm TV.
But then say Thomas, my young lad, always handheld.
it's because you're
always
always on the TV.
No, he would predominantly use it handheld.
I would love if there was some way Nintendo could give like a statistic on how much.
I just
gets
write them a letter.
used for
They're
each.
more than willing to help out
Yeah.
people. who wanna know about their
First of all, let's look at the 8th generation.
business. All right.
8th generation, we have the 3DS. But this will also include the 3DS, 3DS XL, 2DS, the new 3DS XL, the new 3DS, and the new 2DS XL.
The goat.
The GOAT, the one that I have down there. New 2DS XL. So 3DS, so sort of continuation of DS, but like 3D graphics.
Which was just a dumb gimmick, really.
I don't like it. It gives me headaches.
Yeah,
but
Same.
it's
hence
a
the
I don't
reason,
like it.
gimmick.
hence reason I bought the 2DS XL because no 3D.
Mhm.
Although the new 3DS XL 3D graphics was not as bad.
I mean, the 3DS was just a slightly more powerful version of the DS, correct?
yeah.
Michael Townsend in the live chat has said most Nomad users mainly use Mega Drive to play, which is what I believe.
You had the Neo Geo X, which I don't really know anything about.
What is the Neo Geo X? How have I never heard of it?
It is that big motherfucker in Gen 8.
Yeah. Again,
It's gone. It was a Sega thing, or
No,
Oh, it's Neo Geo. Neo Geo is the company, like Atari or PlayStation
They did
or
King of
Sony.
Fighters.
Sony. Sorry.
There you go.
It looks cool though. It
When-
fucking looks cool.
has it not sold any? Like, did it even drop?
I think one person bought one.
It did not sell well, no.
No.
None of Neo Geo stuff does.
But you also have the PlayStation Vita.
I mean,
Now, the PlayStation Vita being essentially the size of a PSP, a little bit bigger, super light, as powerful as a PS3.
Well, straight up, I'm happy if we're going to keep the 9th generation in there. I'm quite happy putting 8th in number 3 and the latest gen in number 9. In number 6, sorry.
I was going to put number 8 into number 3. Because you got things like expanded stuff for your DS. 3DS is cool, more powerful, way more games, but it didn't really do anything more that really than the DS. But the PSV, you bought PS3 power into a handheld console.
Man, it was pretty impressive.
OLED screen straight away.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
it
but
looked
then they
phenomenal.
discontinued that real quick.
It's a
It
shame.
was only the first
Touch
run.
screen and touchpad on the back. 2 analog sticks. Like, it was fucking cool, man.
I have a real hot tag.
Yeah?
I think we should bump down 7 and 6 and put 8 up high.
What?
What?
Huh?
You want to put Gen 8? Where do you want to put Gen 8?
Because the 2DS XL and the PS Vita
You're a crazy person.
are incredible.
I'm not listening to this. I'm leaving.
They're so good.
I mean, I'd put him in 3.
Oh, come on. Come on. Ben's gone.
Ben's gone.
Ben's gone.
So Ben doesn't count anymore.
Ben doesn't love me anymore.
Zach?
Nah, that's crazy talk. Look,
Well, where are you thinking?
see, I think 8th should go in 3rd place personally. Now, this might be a hot take. I like don't get me wrong, being an old cunt. I love my retro gaming. I love that nostalgia. They made some quality games back in the day. But I also love modern gaming. And eventually, when I'm not a pauper, I'm going to very much enjoy buying either a Stream Deck or a ROG Ally or one of these handheld PCs that I can take with me and play my Steam library on. And I'm going to fucking enjoy it.
I've got a hot take. Can we take Gen 6 down to 3rd position and put Gen 8 in 2nd position? Gen 6 is the Game Boy Advance Engage Neo Geo. But all the Game Boy Advance stuff works on the stuff from generation that's in number 1.
No, it doesn't. You can't play Game Boy Advance games on the 3DS.
No.
On the DS.
On the
Lite.
DS, that's in number 1. So all the Game Boy Advance games can be played on the stuff that's in first position.
That's why 7th generation is number 1.
Yep. So we can bump the 6th generation down 1 and put the 8th generation in number 2.
You think the Vita was cutting edge for its time, for
Absolutely, man.
sure. But obviously, if you go more modern technology, I think the Switch 2 is a complete and utter joke. I think it's a.
Sorry,
we all paused there.
I
Sorry for the
think-
listeners, your headphones didn't break. I reckon we bump Generation 6 down to number 3 and we put Generation 8 in number 2. No! Whoa! Shit. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. Because my reason being, your Generation 6 stuff that you care about can be played on the stuff in number 1.
No, that's incorrect.
It's not incorrect. It is correct.
No. All right. So I can play
Game Boy
Pokemon
Advance
Sapphire,
game.
Can I?
You can play Game Boy Advance games
Yes.
on your DS. DS is in number 1.
Oh, DS is still in number 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
saying putting 8th generation, 3DS and Vita in number 2 and bumping the Game Boy Advance Neo Geo Pocket N-Gage down to number 3. You've got amazing power that has been now put in handheld stuff in your 8th generation.
It was.
You can also
it
use your
was cutting
Vita.
edge.
You can also use your Vita as a remote play
I
for your
don't own
PS3.
it.
Hell yeah.
Remote play.
Sick of these bloody Sony ponies.
I'd agree with that.
My airtime.
Ben's dressed as Johnny Quest. Or Johnny Bravo. Just as Johnny's.
He looks. Put a turnout on him. He's
Brock
Steve
Simpson.
Jobs.
But yeah, that's I think we
Ginger
put
Steve Jobs.
I think we put Gen 8 in at number 2 and bump Gen 6 down to number 3.
I agree.
Fine, whatever. I
Yeah,
can.
Chuck. Look.
So do we put Switch, ROG, and Steam Deck at number 6?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Above the Wonder Swan?
Because they're hybrids.
I would jump 5 down to 6.
And put Switch and everything at number 5?
Yeah, I personally, this is just young Brayden talking. I think I would put Gen 9 at number 4.
Yeah, young Brayden, shut the fuck up.
Look. For me, like.
I don't know if I can do that. I think I would put it. I like number 5. and put Gen 5 in at number 6.
Like, depends on how you're looking at it. Obviously, the Steam Deck and the Ally can do absolutely everything
They're
and more.
PCs in your hand.
Yeah, the PCs in your hand, so they're capable of absolutely everything. I think the Switch 2 is a giant meme. I think
you mean the Switch Pro.
Yeah, the Switch Pro. It's Garbo.
I wouldn't
someone
say
hasn't played Pokopia.
I wouldn't say it's Garbo. Like it's so versatile though. The way that you can use it in like handheld, in tabletop, the amount of people that you can get on there, plus on a home system if you wish, it's pretty fucking versatile. There's nothing else in there that's that versatile.
Ben, I'm going to request a clip of just that bit of audio of Floppy saying versatile.
Versatile.
I just say, oh boy.
So
Yeah, I'll be happy with that.
I think that's where I'm pretty happy with that. Anyone else?
Oh shit! It's my freaking ATM code.
How do you get that many numbers into a 4-digit pin?
Oh, okay,
Skill.
6 digits, harder to break into.
So
yeah, all right, whatever.
are we all compromising?
Yeah, fine.
Are we compromising on this?
I don't care.
There we go. The definitive best generations of handheld
As
consoles.
voted by Ben.
Yeah.
Huge fucking asterisk on that.
And Obelix.
All right, it's time to see if these guys know video games.
Definitely not.
So this is a little quiz we play at the end of this type of show, and by this type I mean a bad one, where we, meaning me and the Patreons, ask questions.
Are you
of
going
a
to
video
qualify
game
every
nature.
sentence you say? Or?
Yes, and
Now you've forgotten how to do it.
I have. You threw me off. Anyway, questions, answers, multiple choice. Let's do this, baby. All right. So at the end of last show, Zach, you're on 0.
Hell yeah, dude.
Floppy, you're on 1.
Yeah, so I'm right there with you, bud.
I'm on 3, and let me just remind you, I only get a point when people, like all 4
Everyone
people
gets it wrong.
Gets it wrong. Brayden's on 8, which is the highest Brayden's ever been.
Fuck yeah.
And Anto's on 15.
How
Should
is
we just-
Anto on 15 already?
Have you met Anto?
He also hasn't missed a show till today, I think.
Yeah, okay,
Correct.
fair.
All right. I don't have the book. We forgot the book.
Oh, okay, let me grab it.
Was it not? Hang
I'll
on,
grab
it's
it.
easy for me to get.
I got it. So
We'll
I
both
have
go get it.
a book full of video games. It came from Scholastic. Those of you who used to have Scholastic kids things. It's usually in a blue bag.
Since we're breaking fourth wall.
All right, here we go.
Hi,
Check
Jazz.
out how cool this is. Let's go.
That was almost not cool at all, but so close.
Well, it's me. I think they're used to it by now. All right, Zach, say stop.
Stop.
Brayden,
Howdy.
choose a number between 198 and 205.
11.
200.
200, the big 200, 2 double dub.
2 dubs. That was the youngest you've ever sounded.
Wiki, hey.
Okay, I take that back.
All right, I'm just getting the answer. I've got the answer. All right, good. In Field Commander for the Sony PSP, come on, all you fans, there are 2 rival factions called A, Red Nation and Blue Nation, B, Atlas and Shadow Nation, C, the Horde and the Alliance, or D, Elves and Orcs.
Floppy.
Yes, Floppy.
B.
Atlas and Shadow Nation?
Yes.
What if I told you that you
Correct.
are not wrong? Correct.
Hey.
You played that game, didn't you?
Woo! Hey?
You played that game.
Yeah, I own that game.
didn't you? You fucker.
Damn it.
And Anto's not here, so I got in first.
So you actually got it.
All right. Question number 2 comes from one of our beloved Patreons who I didn't have because I didn't copy down the question. I think it's from Michael Towns.
Gonna be
I think it's Michael Towns.
Townsy.
How long is the explanation for it?
We'll find out shortly. In the PlayStation 2 version of Tony Hawk's Underground 2, what console accessory could be used to maliciously crash a rival player's game in the online multiplayer?
I'm sorry, I literally just had a brain fart and didn't hear the start of that.
In the PlayStation 2 version of Tony Hawk's Underground 2, what console accessory could be used to maliciously crash a rival player's game in the online multiplayer?
Okay.
A, Guitar Hero controller. B, DDR dance mat. C, a USB keyboard. Or D, a PS2 DVD remote.
Floppy.
Floppy.
C.
C,
Keyboard.
a USB keyboard.
Yes.
You are correct, sir.
Thank you, Anto. You told me that at some point.
Neversoft included a character limit for chat messages when using a controller on screen. Sorry, it's definitely Michael Towns. But not for the actual keyboards plug into the console, meaning you could send a string of random text, overload the other player's console memory, and crash their game.
It was dirty as fuck.
That's ridiculous.
All right, next I believe it is Dylan. Dylan the villain.
Down the fella.
Better put Floppy's point on there, otherwise Floppy will get angry.
Oh, mate, I'm so far behind. It's not really going to
You're
matter.
I'm
tying
on
with me.
0, bruv. Like,
Sorry, let me rephrase it. We're so far behind. It's not really going to matter.
In Halo the Master Chief Collection, hidden in the first 3 games are skulls to collect. They pretty much don't give you anything but an achievement. Nonetheless, which skull is found on Cairo Station in Halo 2? A. Grunt Birthday Party. B. Tough Luck. C. Black Eye. Or D. That's just wrong.
Brayden.
Yes, Brayden.
Birthday party.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
Zach,
Yes, Zach.
D.
That's just wrong. Yes, you're right.
Oh, what?
Oh, did I?
My God.
I just guessed that.
Oh my God.
I always thought D was the stupid answer. I never go D.
Hell yeah, dude.
You're on the board, Zach.
Yeah.
Okay.
You always going to go D now, Zach?
Oh,
Would you say that you love the D?
I am not impartial to the D.
I once knew a individual who used to illustrate comic books, and she called her artist whatever, like how the banner in which she advertised herself
Okay, yes.
as a D time.
D time.
D time.
Okay.
Interesting. Interesting girl. Anyway,
Floppy's a fan of D time.
quiz question from Sutek.
Don't hate it.
Sutek.
The GameCube was a console that I only got a year ago. From
Oh.
me, if you recall, and you.
I do remember that.
But building up the collection with the more popular games can get pricey, which I'm eternally grateful. Like, my GameCube collection is pretty much done now because I've got all the games I wanted.
Yeah, damn.
Anyway,
I have a decent collection, but yeah.
which of the following games sold for the most on eBay within the last month?
I'm never good at these.
A. Wario World. B. Mario Superstar Baseball. C. Legend of Zelda: The Twilight Princess. Or D. The Legend of Zelda: Four Swords Adventures.
Brayden.
Yes, Brayden.
Four Swords Adventures.
Incorrect.
Oh, so good. 'Cause
Zach.
that's what I was going to say.
I was trying to think of the thing that wouldn't sell the most.
No, Zach's already said his
Oh,
name.
shit. Sorry.
Dun, 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 dun.
Sorry, I took the answer
C.
of D.
C. Twilight Princess.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, really?
Uh,
Fuck, I would not have guessed
He's
that.
on the board.
Because it came out on the Wii as well. And
But it was a Wii launch title, and they released it both on the GameCube and the Wii.
So it sold less on the GameCube.
And here's a bit of trivia that everyone
Okay,
knows,
didn't
but I'll be surprised if you guys do.
Oh,
The
fuck you then.
no, because you weren't Wii heads. The Wii version of The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess is the only version of a Link who is right-handed.
No, incorrect.
Oh, really?
Skyward Sword too. Because
Oh.
they're both on the Wii with motion controls.
But why is he left-handed on the GameCube?
No motion controls.
Yes, but they didn't build 2 builds of the same game.
Oh.
They
Is
flipped-
it
They flipped
They
it.
flipped it.
Stop it. That's
flipped it.
insane.
They flipped it for the Wii.
What?
Yep.
That's so lazy. I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Can I just point out, I knew a fucking Nintendo thing.
You did.
Hell
love
yeah.
Nintendo thing.
Thank you to Thomas for really
That's
getting into
great.
Zelda in the last year and
Wait,
then me learning
so,
stuff.
So if you were on the Wii, and if you could you change it to left-handed mode and then play the game like it looked on the GameCube?
No, because they made it right-hand. They made it
You
right-handed
only could do
because
it
of the
right-handed.
motion plus, and majority of the population is right-handed for
Yeah.
sword swimming.
So they just stuck with
sword
that.
swinging. So yeah, Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword.
Wild.
So at the end of that round, Zach on 2.
Hey!
Well done, Zach.
Floppy on 3.
Woo!
Ben's on 3. Brayden's on 8. Anto's on 15.
If you put our points together, Zach, we're a third of Anto. Jesus.
Right, time to do some plugging.
Oh yeah.
Zach, what do you want to plug?
Jazz is in the room, by the way. Before you say what you were going to say.
I'll refrain myself. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Zach_Sabbath. I'm also on the Instagrams. And I'm on the other social medias, but I pretty much ignore those. Yeah, I stream, I hang out, I have a good time. I wrestle a lot, so check out Riot City on YouTube as well. It's a good time.
It is a good time.
Oh,
yes.
tell you
The
what.
Dark King is back.
You two are crushing it. You two are having a blast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let me know what you think of my. I wasn't super happy. Jimmy's edit was great, but I need to work on my facial expression. It's been a long time since I've kind of done this type of character, so I'm kind of having to find myself again.
Well, you won me over, mate.
Yeah, I appreciate it. God, I'm so skinny fat.
Don't know what that means.
It's me. I'm skinny fat.
Also, don't.
It means that you're skinny, but also there's no muscle tone.
Hands
so
up
you've
if you
just
have
got
body dysmorphia. Yeah. Yep.
This is a clip of me drunkenly show a technique from American Kempo because we were discussing martial arts and Jeff Speakman on Twitch. We're talking about 80s action movies.
80s action movies.
So, for all you podcast listeners,
Yeah, it's just me
Sorry.
doing some karate.
doing some karate with. Are you wearing snap pants?
Nope.
Oh, no,
those
they're
are
RCW pants.
Yeah,
Yep.
RCW training pants.
We need some RCW snap pants.
We do.
I'll
yeah.
buy them because I want snap pants again. I miss them.
Brayden.
Floppy, you're not allowed those anymore. If you are in Adelaide or in the wider Australian area, you should check out Greenlight Comics. You should get into comics. There's really good stuff in comics at the moment. We're having a great time. And it's a new month, or it's about to be a new month, which means there's new stuff to look at. The new thing to look at this week is specifically aimed at Floppy.
I feel like this is it every week.
Yeah. It's almost like they keep making
I
stuff
thought you were
out
going to
of
stop at the
things you like.
swimsuit special.
I
Oh,
mean, you
no,
can stop at
Goon is
any
gonna
one
go,
of
baby.
them.
Swimsuits are specials for me. That's okay. Let's
Godzilla
move on.
versus.
Power
Let's move
Rangers.
on.
Okay.
Let's move on. Let's move
There's
on.
going to be a mask one, isn't it?
Bunch of stuff. No.
Is that Norman Osborn?
Planet of the Apes and Predator.
Okay, that's fucking awesome.
Scroll
Do not scroll.
Is that Norman Osborn?
Let me drink that in for a little bit.
No, that's Craven.
No, I don't care then.
Planet of the Apes and Predator. Yes, please.
When a deadly yatwa. Is that how it's pronounced?
No. No.
Yacha?
Yacha.
Yautja. Yeah,
Yautja.
Yautja.
Yautja. Not quite like that. That sounds less intimidating than a predator.
When a deadly predator race crash lands on the legendary Planet of the Apes, two worlds will collide for the first time.
That's mint.
That is something I never knew I needed.
And you need it.
I do.
Yeah. So as soon as I saw it in the previews, this was this morning, I was like, I have to show Floppy.
I started reading a new trade yesterday.
Ooh.
One that I'd never picked up. I'd never really thought of picking it up.
What'd you get into?
Empowered.
Wow. Wow.
It's fun time.
Fair.
Floppy.
Yes.
What do you want to?
You
Talk
can find me over on Instagram at Floppy Plays Games, where I take photos and posts about things that I'm playing, things that I've picked up, and cool things like that. Thomas and I were watching Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure the other day. I will say
Fantastic movie.
his choice.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
that's wild. That's fun.
His choice.
Kid raised right.
And at that point, there's one of those moments in history where you know you've made it as a good parent.
Yeah, 100%.
When
Oh,
you
really?
say,
When?
hey, mate, what would you like to watch tonight? It's your choice. And he says, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Fantastic.
And I say, that is the correct answer. With that, I've been playing Wind Waker. Picked up. What was my PlayStation pickups?
Let's have a look.
That was oh yes, I got Emperor's New Groove, that one that everyone wants. I've got a Crash Team Racing for you.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Ledge.
I realised I have 2 copies.
Oh,
But I did pick up Tomb Raider 3.
very nice.
Very cool. Very happy with that. But yeah, I've got other pickups that I have to post about too.
And we saw last show what I spent money on, but over at Mr. Benjamin, I'm doing a wrestle tomorrow.
You are
You are
yeah,
doing a
dude.
wrestle.
very keen.
You are doing a wrestle. I'm so excited.
So we got the old comeback kid. Like, this is the second match I'll ever wrestle. And it's a tag match, so I don't do very much, which is sweet. But funny story, I'm doing it in the place where I did drama in year 12 because it's at the school that I went to and where I used to do backyard wrestling with my friends and say one day I'm going to be in a wrestling match here, and it's coming true this weekend. So
That's cool.
That's
Look at
pretty
you
fun.
now.
And I revealed that I've studied karate for like 10 years or something.
I love that this is.
Did you just do the Matrix thing?
Yeah.
I love that this has never come up prior in any wrestling that you have ever done.
Have
I was
they
always a bad guy, and bad guys can't fight.
It's hilarious. Though.
have any of those guys never watched our show? We talk about karate all the time.
No one watches this show. Why are you surprised?
Yeah, he's not wrong.
People listen to the show.
No, not even that.
No,
much
they
anymore.
don't do that either.
Yeah. So I'm
A
gonna.
show that people watch though is this.
Yeah, well, yeah, sometimes when I could be bothered making videos because it's hard. But yeah, Super Retro Squad is where I go out and film me finding this stuff. It's fun and expensive. All the energy's out of this room, which means it's time for us to go and
What
find
happened?
more energy. It's usually in the form of energon cubes.
Do you
that
want me to hit your energy button?
No, don't touch it
All
again.
right.
The judge told you no. But
He
More
was
of
gonna,
it.
he was gonna do that without a glove.
I took it as more of a guide than a rule, but hey.
energon is what Transformers drink.
Yeah, no, they eat it.
Do they?
They consume it. We'll
I
put it
thought
that
I
way.
was drinking.
Well, you can get it in block form or you can get it in liquid
I
form.
always saw it in block form. I never saw it in
I have to go to work, fellas.